Hello and welcome to the MAC weather page for this foggy Monday morning. You can see with the dense fog and low clouds, temperatures quite uniform in the low 60s. We expect the fog to remain quite dense where there's advisories across the southern part of the state right in through much of the morning hours and slowly clearing off by the afternoon when we expect mostly sunny skies. It'll be warm and humid with highs in the low 80s across the northern part of the state or the MAC area into the mid 80s across the southeast. If we take a look at the live view from Cadillac, you can see lots of fog out there this morning, even up north. Almost surprised that we don't see some advisories up in that area as well, but certainly be careful out there this morning. And if you look at the Weather Watch map right now, you can see a lot of the fog advisories across the southern part of the state into northern Indiana, Ohio, into Illinois, into southeast Iowa, and also some special weather statements that are also addressing this fog. If we look at the 300 millibar jet stream across much of North America, you can see the strongest winds coming down from the western part of Alaska into the Pacific Ocean, across into the southern part of Canada and then to the northeast. What that's allowing underneath that trough is for lots of warm air to gush across much of the United States. And eventually, though, we're going to see the strongest winds, which are in the 70 knot range with the peak winds in the center from 110 to 120 knots. That's going to continue to flow well to our north. We're going to see this eventually dig into the northwest and create a pretty good upper trough across that area with building heights across the eastern part of the United States centered over the Great Lakes. We expect very warm conditions right on through next week, and by midweek I think we'll see highs in the mid 80s to around 90 degrees each day, so very warm conditions. And if we look at the low-level wind flow, you can see any systems that are developing on the southern flank of that jet are going to move well off to our northwest, and thus will continue into the very warm air. But as humidity and dew points increase here with high pressure moving off to the east, we'll have a nice flow of warm, moist air. I think that'll be enough with some max heating during the late afternoon into the early evening hours. We could see some of the caps break, and we could see some widely scattered showers of thunderstorms develop. Again, they'll be quite widely scattered. And this will be mainly for Tuesday into Thursday as it looks right now. We'll keep an eye on that. It's going to be kind of a day-to-day thing. We could also see a little bit of enhancement from a lake breeze coming off Lake Michigan that could touch off some thunderstorms over there. But again, these are expected to be quite widely scattered, but any thunderstorms that you get under could bring some very heavy rains, as they will likely be slow movers. And again, we don't expect many areas to see rain, but those that do get it, it could come down quite heavy. If we look at the radar, you can see all the activity associated with any systems well off to our northwest, out into the Dakotas heading towards Canada, keeping us high and dry. Much of this here is just ground clutter or even some of the lighter grays you can see mixed in, picking up on that low-level moisture. And as far as precipitation over the next 7 days, you can see not a lot for the Great Lakes. This will be several chances of just afternoon and evening thunderstorms that could occur. The main activity well off to our northwest, and of course you can see the remnants of what was Tropical Storm Erica now affecting and will be affecting the areas of Florida and the southeast states over the next several days. And as far as what we might expect down the road for as we get into late this coming weekend into the following couple weeks or 10 days, you can see much above normal temperatures is expected across the eastern U.S. with above normal precipitation expected in the 6 to 10. And if we look at the 8 to 14 day, again, the best chances of warmer than normal weather are going to be across the southeast. But you can see that trough out into the west, beginning to try to slide and push to the east. It'll modify as it does, but it will be enough to eventually break us down on our temperatures as we get into next week, back to just a little above normal, trending towards normal. But I think we'll see more warm-ups coming down the road of September, as again, we expect September to be a much above normal month, and plenty of precipitation chances also in the 8 to 14 day outlook as well. Thanks for stopping by, and have a great Monday, a great work week, and 73s to all.